Hello everyone. It's Lori here with my Crafty Mind for You. I have not been doing videos. I've been so swamped trying to get my little girls' schoolwork done and keep the house in order with everything that's going on in this world. We are all very aware of it, so no need to talk about it, right? I just wanted to take a time out to clear my mind and relax and get myself grounded before our church service this afternoon, and thought I will go ahead and take some of this stuff that I usually throw away, this harder kind of paper that we get in the mail, just usually toss in the trash bin, and make some really pretty envelopes out of it. So I've taken this paper, cut it out to do some envelopes. My little girl helped yesterday paint a couple of these, and just going to be adding some napkin to them, make them pretty, little something something, pass along someone's way, brighten up somebody's day, hopefully. So all this is school glue. It's the PVA that's sold in the gallon. Instead of using Mod Podge, I didn't want to waste Mod Podge on this. I mean, you could use Mod Podge. Any kind of glue will do. I just accidentally ordered a couple of gallons, not realizing that I had ordered 2 gallons of glue. We were going to make some slime some while back, and yeah, accidentally, imagine that, ordered 2 gallons. So I've got to use it somewhere, so I thought, well, why not here? So that's what I'm doing today. This is my little creation for today, like I said, to kind of just regroup, reground myself. And the reason I cut these, and I'll show you how I did that, instead of tearing it, what I've done is I've taken a wet paintbrush, instead of just ripping it and coming out the wrong way, and I've just kind of laid it on my envelope the way that I'm going to want it to go. And I've taken a wet paintbrush and I've just dabbed along the edges to get that tear. See how that's done? And I'm doing each individual section where the fold will be. I have not made my score lines on that one yet, so I won't go into that, but just to show you how I did those edges. Reason being is because when I flip this, I don't want it to crack or tear. And then what I'll do is I'll gently glue these down, and then of course I'm going to ink up the edges and make them a little more, give them a little more interest. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Everybody else is still asleep, and I thought, well, I got some quiet time. I'm going to take advantage of it. I have not, like I said, done anything crafty. I've been sewing face masks for our family, and like I said, just her schoolwork has really bombarded me quite a bit, taken up most of my time. We're doing everything from math to science, English, every subject you could imagine. I guess they need that, right? So that's what we've been doing. And what else have we done? We've done a bit of indoor starter plants for our garden this summer. We started some New Mexico red chili, not a whole lot, just enough for our family. Nothing big and fancy, just a little here and there. Some cucumbers, some squash. She wanted to plant watermelon. Watermelon usually doesn't do very well in this area, but we'll see. The summer was scorching hot last year, so who knows? We just might get some watermelon this year. Let's see. So I want some of this on the inside of my envelope. When they open this, it'll look pretty. This doesn't have to go all the way down because obviously you can't see all the way down, but if I wanted it to, I suppose I could, but I think I've run out of napkin. So what I'm going to do there is, this particular napkin had 3 layers, and you can still see a bit of a faded, oh, might have gotten a little bit of sticky on it. Hopefully not too bad. Maybe I'll do the inside a lighter version, and I think that would look cute. Yeah, so I'll do the center part that, and then we'll do the darker part the other. So that'll be good. So just take my, I don't like those rough edges, so I'm just gonna dab those all out of there. But what are you all doing this fine Sunday in your neck of the woods? Where are you from? What have you been up to? Have you done anything creative? I haven't even had a chance to follow anybody on YouTube like I used to. I've been really just kind of following this pandemic here, and I'm not liking what I'm finding out, just like everybody else. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I don't want to bring that into this video. This is about just soothing the mind today. You know, I think we need to do that from time to time. We need to find a balance. Yeah. So this will be my balance. And then I have my little granddaughter. She'll be coming and staying a few days with us. My daughter will be dropping her off this evening. Let's see what else is new in my neck of the woods here. Oh my goodness, we just had a brand new grandson added to our family, little Shiloh James. Unfortunately, I haven't even had a chance to meet him with this lockdown. I've not even met my grandson. What is today? He turns a month on the 27th. And golly, all I've had is just pictures of my Hito. So sad. Hopefully we won't be locked down for too long and I'll get to finally meet him. It's really sad. And then we just got news. We just got word that our other two daughters, so my daughter-in-law, my only son, his wife had a baby, and that's Shiloh James. And then my two daughters, let's see how this one go. My two daughters are both expecting. So should have their babies somewhere around Christmas. So yeah, if they have boys, we're going to have 8 grandsons and 2 granddaughters. So yeah, they're adding to our family quite rapidly, which is nice, but it's also sad during a time like this. I want these babies to be brought up in a world like this, but you know, with prayer, faith, and the love that we give them and support, all will be well. Let's see, so we're doing this part light, this part dark. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Obviously, these little flaps don't matter because they're not going to show. They'll be folded in. So if you're wondering why I'm not covering those up, that's the reason. They will not be shown. I think it's nice to get a decorative, homemade, handmade, handcrafted envelope. I know I appreciate them. When my pen pals or my crafty friends send me something that they've created, I like sending, whether it be letters or packages or anything like that. I love sending them. You've got to be careful because remember, this is a napkin. You don't want to tear if you're going to be gluing down on top. I like sending something a little extra special like this that kind of just attracts attention, gets the eye. Stick that there for a minute. So I'll let this kind of dry a little bit while I take the rest of this off. So I found this the easiest way to tear off this excess rather than taking the scissors to it. And I like this organic look to Kind of gives it a little more of a special look. So that's what I chose to do today. And I'm glad I did. I told my hubby, you know what, I'm going to get up a little early today. And actually, I was going to rest a little bit, but I just couldn't do it. With my existing condition, I have a hard time anyways laying down for more than a half hour to an hour in one position, so I'm constantly rotating, and then it was just a little worse this morning because yesterday I took a tumble. I was taking down our little pots that we had planted the vegetables and the fruits in, and a couple of pans down to the picnic table. To go down about 4 flights of steps to get out there, and I'm on the last step, and it rained so hard that our temporary set of steps that we have there, they're kind of sloped down, and I wasn't thinking, and I guess I didn't balance myself right, and boom, I fell off the last step, which is about 6-inch, maybe 8-inch step down. But good thing is I didn't like tumble onto my pan or my pots or my face. I ended up just landing kind of in a squat position. So yeah, I guess all that training of learning how to fall and whatnot kicked in. I guess it never leaves you, does it? That muscle memory. So I'm going to let this dry and get on to my next piece. So yeah, this goes kind of fast. The hard part was covering up, depending, you know, what color you have, you want to choose the color next to that. This particular color had a lot of blue in it, lighter blue, and I knew that it was going to show through, so we had several choices of napkins to choose from. And I asked her, well, I said, if you want to choose anything light from here, you're going to have to really work on your paint. So she's just a little smart. She's pretty intelligent, and she chose this butterfly, which is perfect for this blue. Or we can put it on this side and keep the blue for the inside and not have to worry about the inside. But this paint, you know, it's gonna scratch its paint. So either way, I'm gonna cover it. This particular napkin did have a second layer, but it didn't give us this nice print. Usually when you have 3 layers, you'll get that faded print. This one didn't have one. I'm gonna need to score this. So let me get my scoreboard out. And my water before I have an accident here. I just need to make sure. I wonder if I might be better off doing it this way, since we already have those cuts there. Didn't think about that. Get an accurate fold there. I'm not going to fold it too hard. Still got to cut that circular section there. Just kind of give it a bit of a crease so I can see where I need to do my scoring. I think I'm going to go just slightly above that because I don't want it so tight to where my letter or whatever I'm putting in there doesn't fit properly. And then I want to punch a little section in here. My circular punches here. So I have a 2.5 punch, 2.5 inch circle punch I'm going to be using. But I think I need to score my little flaps here. I'm thinking pretty soon everybody will be waking up, and hopefully I can get these two done before they wake. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna take a quick little surf through the YouTube videos and see what my crafty friends in my crafty groups are doing. I know one of them mentioned, I took a peek this morning, a real quick peek. One of them mentioned that she was creating some cards just to cheer people up, and that's a great idea. I had actually thought of doing something like that, but I've got some pen pals I need to respond to, and my pen pals are out of the country. One of them is in Wales, and the other is in Australia, which is nice. I'll get these out of the way. I do not want to clip my headphones here. And then, so after our church service, I'll probably get her letter finished up. And then from there, well, prior to her letter, I'm going to get my little girl, since we're not having church at the church right now. She's missing out on her Sunday school. So I'm just trimming about that much out. I don't know if you can see that. So I'll be giving her a Sunday school lesson. And we're going to be learning about Joseph, coat of many colors. So she'll have something nice to color and learn today. So that's what my plan is for today. I've got a nice roast in the crock pot, so I'm sure my hubby will be happy about that. He's a meat eater, big time, big time. It's like he wants meat every day, and I'm not much of a meat eater. I don't have to have meat every day. But him, boy, he loves his meat. And our daughter too. She's more of a chicken, poultry. She's more of a poultry. He prefers beef. But either way, they're both meat eaters. So I figured I'd get that started. I like to leave mine in the crock pot for a good 7 hours. It just melts in your mouth after that. And I like my meat to be really tender. And so this part's going to fold up. So I'm going to make sure we're facing these pretty little butterflies the right direction and see which ones I like there. I like that pretty pink one there. But am I cutting off too much of that other one? Probably so. I really do like that pink one. I really do. I think I'll take that pink one. Just draw my line. Separate. I heard my little girl. I think she's getting up. She might be walking in here any minute now. So she does. And then because this is going to, I'm going to have to put this one here. Let's see. I think I'll shorten that just a bit. I'll kind of wet that one just a little much. Be careful where I'm turning that. I don't want to lose that portion. Let those dry just a tad. Somebody's up. I can hear some movement in the kitchen. Alrighty. So I've got these butterflies facing, the majority of them are facing this way. Oh, this is from the outside. Ah. Okay, so speaking of channels, I have not done anything with my dream channel. I've been posting most of my stuff on Facebook. I'm getting more response there. So I've kind of cut the dream channel out. If anybody's wondering why there's been no content, that's why. I'm going to be changing that actually into a different type of channel. Thinking it's going to be a worship channel, more of a music singing type channel, maybe some devotional type of stuff. I think we're living in a time right now where we can sure use that. I'm still open to any dreams that you want to share, of course, but they will not be on that channel, as that won't be the purpose for that channel any longer. But keep in mind, I'm still here, and I still do my dream interpretations. And some very interesting dreams myself lately that I haven't even had a chance to get those up on Facebook, but yeah, some very, very interesting and very fitting for the time that we're living in right now. Just confirmation of a lot of stuff that's going on all around us. You know, we're living in a, to some people, a scary time, to others scary and exciting, and I'm one of those where it's scary and exciting because I know what's awaiting ahead, and that's you know, our redemption draweth nigh. Get this stuff touching my face and with this glue is not good. Okay, so this one goes up and this one goes up. And this one will go here. Again, not worrying about my flaps. They're going to be glued down or taped down, whichever. I like to use dry tape, dry adhesive for that part. It just seems to work better for me. Everybody has their own preference. That is mine. Oh, look, it's almost as if that butterfly belongs there. Just might. Actually, it's this one, I think. But that'll work. It's not, but it'll work. And to eliminate these wrinkles, and I should have said something, is to just take a, if you're worried about the wrinkles, and I'm not because I like the organic look, but if you are worried about the wrinkles in your napkins, you just take a wet, damp cloth. Damp, not wet. You don't want to saturate your napkin. And it will, if you do it right away, it will take out those wrinkles and you won't have that. Just a tip there. I know I've got this brush saturated, so I've got to stay quite a ways from my end there. I don't want any tears. Hopefully, won't get any. Leave a little bit extra hanging off the end so I can have something to fold. And dry my surface a bit. I love this board here, this glass mat. Comes in so handy. So this is my top, and it's got to go down. So my butterflies will be facing this way. And look, that did match there, so I did have it in the right spot. That right there. Some PVA on this side. So maybe I'll do the damping here. It's because I don't want to go over it with the brush. I don't think that would be a good idea. I'm probably gonna, I don't know. Yeah, I probably am. I'm probably gonna go over this with a gloss of some kind, a sealer. There's a few things that you can go over that with. I'll show you. Of course, you can always go over it with a Mod Podge. Depending on the look you want to get, you can go with a matte Mod Podge or a gloss. I have both. This is a super gloss. And then I have a glaze. And I believe this is just a regular glaze. And then this one is a crackle paint, distress crackle paint. Or you can leave it as is, or go over it again with PVA, but I won't go over it with PVA. I just want the PVA to just to hold it down. So, let's see. So when we open our envelope, we're mostly looking at this side, right? When we pull out our letter. So we want to cover the majority of this. You could actually fold that down. I think I might. I will. That'll save me a little bit, give me a little bit extra to put my napkin piece a little further down on this other portion. Everybody's got such busy lives when we're working in our places of employment, and now that everybody's staying home, it's really been quite interesting. People are, you know, it's actually kind of nice. Well, income-wise, I guess it's not, but people are actually spending more time with family, and I like that. Except me. I seem to be stuck here with school for my daughter. I think a lot of parents might be, mamas might be. But yeah, you see a lot of families outside in their yards, whether it be on their little four-wheelers or motorbikes. They're spending more quality time with each other, it appears. At least in our neighborhood. Seeing a lot more yard work getting done in our area. We live in a very rural area, and so we have dirt roads, we have fields, you know, just grassy fields, weed fields, stuff like that, wild grass. And a lot of people have really just been cleaning up their yards, and it's really looking quite nice in our neighborhood. Okay, so this way, so this little guy, or gal, will actually go this way. I'm going to need something here, and I don't think it's going to be noticeable, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use a piece of this. I'll just be extra careful about not overlapping my blue, because I don't want to overlap my blue with this, since it doesn't really belong to this piece. Definitely don't want it in that puddle. I apologize, I'm going quite fast and quite rushed, but I'm just trying to get this done before everybody wakes up here. And then I've got to get on with breakfast and stuff. Probably tend to the family. Just trying to get this done. Okay, well, I can take some more of this off here. Talked to my brother this morning. He's doing fine. He lives in a couple places because of his job, and so he's back and forth, and right now he's about, I would say maybe about 75 miles from where I'm at, and he's just up there. It's quiet. People are kind of just doing the same thing they're doing here, just you know, hanging out with family, spending a lot of time in their yards. As far as I know, we can be outside in our yards. Honestly, I haven't even checked to see what our limitations are. I just know that we are told to stay home. But I'm pretty sure we can be outside. I guess I probably should check that. I'll put a little bit of PVA there, just because I didn't put any. I didn't want to put it over the napkin at that point. It'd be too wet, and then I might have popped it off. So this is getting quite dry. Dampen it. This is clean water. Not real clean, but it's clean from just my brush that I'm dipping in there just to tear the napkin. But it is fairly clean, I should say. So my little girl's got her channel on YouTube as Means World of Fun, YAZMINES, and then World of Fun. If you have any children, she does just about anything. It's kind of like a, really, it's more of a mixed kind of channel, so she doesn't really have a theme. She's more of a reality show, honestly. It's just whatever she feels like doing that day. And she's gotten into the IGTV videos lately, because they go straight to her Instagram and Facebook, so she doesn't have to be you know, trying to paste her, what do they call, copy and paste her channel onto Facebook or onto Instagram. It automatically goes on there for her, so she likes that. That little one produces quite a few of videos, and she knows how to do it, but she knows she's got to ask mommy before she posts anything, because if it was up to her, I mean, she'd be posting at least 4 or 5 videos a day. So there's got to be some limits to things, right? So yeah, so I think these are going to be quite nice. I like this bright one. And yeah, so I'll be letting these dry. Once they dry, I'll go ahead and take my my little sander. You can use a sanding block, or even a nail filer would work. You know, those embroidery These, you can get at the Dollar Tree. Embroidery nail, where did I put mine? Let me see, excuse me. I'll show you what you can use here. I'm running across my craft room. A couple of options that you can use. If I can find my sanding block. For those that don't have. There's also paper sanders that they sell like in brushes. Well, I believe everybody knows what a sanding block is, but I'll show you this other gadget that I'm talking about. A couple of things here. I picked this up. It's a paper stump sander, and I've actually never used it. So you tear this page off, and this, it's like a sandpaper. It's fine, pretty much fine. And you can just sand this off. Of course, this isn't rough enough for this, but this would be like for, you know, a finer thing that you're wanting to sand. Like I said, I've never used this, but evidently just by trying that, I need a little bit of a rougher one for the look I'm going after. And that might be just a little much paper there. This is just like for the edges. But they do sell these. I think I picked this up at, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say Tuesday morning. But you can always take your embroidery, I think that's how you say it. And just pull this off. Or you can take your good old-fashioned scissors and cut it off that way too. I like this organic look. You can always take your wet paintbrush and just peel it off. Whatever look you're going for. And then what I intended on doing, let me just do one end so you can see. Let me find one that's quite dry. Take this off here. I really like that organic look. I think it just adds to it. Gives it some hope, my friend. Gives it some interest. Let me zoom in. I like those frayed edges. So then from there, I will take a dauber, correction, and some ink. I like to go for more of a vintagey look on my stuff. I just like that look. But being that this is a spring, I had to use this pillow because my back's kind of hurting today. From my fall, being that this is a spring, I think maybe a green would look really nice on here, or even a red, or mix. So, just watch that. We got this really pretty kind of apple green, or maybe a really pretty red, and I'm liking both, but I'm really liking the red. I think this is, I didn't mark it, but if I'm not mistaken, I think that's a Gina K ink, and I don't have that handy, but we'll go ahead and we'll use the Coral Distress ink and just ink up that edge. You can see what it does, just kind of makes that pop. And it gives it that extra bit of interest. And of course, like I said, if you wanted to, you can always trim that edge off. In this case, I may have to. Or I can glue it down some more. And when I seal it, it's gonna go ahead and take care of that anyways. So I guess the quickest way right now would be to take my scissors and trim. So I'm racing the clock here this morning. This is not quite dry yet. It's still, it's not wet, but it is still workable. It's still bendable, which is nice because it gives me that flexibility when I'm adding this on here. And you can still see that some of my edges are still a little bit lifted, so I'll have to touch those up. But again, when I do the final coat on the outside, I just wanted to show you how this is going to look, more or less. When I do the final coat on the outside, it's going to take care of all these little pieces that are missing. And then if some do come off and you get these little tears and you can see part of the white, that's not even a big deal because it's just going to even look more organic. And then on this bend part here where you see that? You can take that down and you can glue it, or you can trim that off also. And then you can, and I'll show you, I'm going to glue it down, but if I didn't want to glue it down, I could always just put that color in there. But I am going to go ahead and I'm going to tack that down with some PVA. And then I will still go over it once it dries with my ink. So I'll give that a minute to dry. Same thing here. I miss doing my swaps with my crafty friends. And with all this going on, nobody wants to swap right now. Everybody's kind of, and I can't blame anybody. You know, I myself, I'm not swapping either right now. You just never know what you're bringing into your home. And then our daughter gave us a really good scare, so just got to be a little more cautious than the norm. Too many flus and viruses going on right now. It's not worth the risk. So here on this part, I don't want to end up, I can't get a very round edge to begin with. So I'm going to use, I'm out of frame, I'm sorry. This round part that I had chomped off. I could do it with a brush if I wanted to, or I can chomp it off again. And I think I'm just going to go in with this, and I'm going to go ahead and chomp as close as I can to where I already chomped. Well, I didn't quite do the job, so paper's too thin probably, or maybe not, I don't know. I'll take it off with this water. Whichever is easier and faster for me at this moment is what I'm going for. So yeah, that's how it's done. Anyway, that's how I do it. Actually, this is the first time I actually do an envelope. I've done tags, but this is my first full envelope. I've done envelopes on the inside with napkin, not even with napkin, with designer paper. But I've never done the napkin technique on an envelope. On ATCs I have. ATC is an artist trading card. I've never done it on an envelope. And so this is definitely a first for me. I don't want to cut my envelope while I'm cutting this. I think I better zoom out, make sure that you're seeing what I'm doing here. Nothing worse than, I used to do this all the time, get out of frame. You're like, come on, Lori. Nothing worse than watching a video and not being able to see what they're doing. It's still wet. damp. So come back to that after. I know I've been talking a lot about my Etsy, and I'm still stuck. I've got a few items that I need to add in there. I haven't opened it up. I really need to. Just time. It seems like even our time that we have is just, the clock it's going faster. It seems like our days are going faster. And like 24 hours really isn't 24 hours. Am I the only one feeling this way? Is it just me? I asked my husband. He's like, no, it really is going faster. You know, by the time we look at the clock, it's already, he gets out of work and, you know, gets in the shower, gets dinner, get his clothes ready for the next day, get the kitchen cleaned up, and by that time it's already 10, 11 o'clock. Where's family time anymore? It's like, golly, where is time going? So I'm going to bend this backwards. This is actually the inside, but I also want to have some interest there. So you can see when they open that up, it's with that interest. And I think I'm going to take this down a little further into that. And I'm going to zoom you in for this part, if I can do this correctly. I think that's as much as I can go. I'll push this up. Oh, gotta bring it down. Okay. I'm going to just very lightly bring some color, blend it into my wider napkin here. I might even try some of that. I think that's jelly bean green. I don't have my Gina K. These are all too new. What color green this is. Let's take a peek. Ooh, that's too dark. Let me see. Yeah, these are too dark. Let me grab my Gina K real quick. Sorry about that, ladies. I was really not prepared to ink these up. I didn't think I was going to do that just yet. I didn't think I was going to get this far. I guess I did. This is not jelly bean green. What is this? Oh, yes, it is. It's jelly bean green. I love this little green color. It's so pretty. It makes me think of pears and jelly beans too. It's just such a bright, nice green apple look. That's what it is, like a green apple. Let's see. Let me put some green in there. Maybe we can do kind of a mixture here. Not an ombre effect because these don't go into each other, these colors, but I guess it could be considered an ombre. Because they don't, like I said, they're not colors that go into each other, but I guess they kind of are going into each other whether they match or not, right? Want to end up with a muddy color either, so I gotta be careful there. So that kind of, actually kind of looks nice. And if I'm real worried about these, which I'm not, because they are going to go glued down, but if I was real worried about these sections here that I'm going to glue down, I could even ink those up. When they open this up, they're not going to see that, but they will see the little bit here, so I will go ahead and ink it up just a tad, just to where I think it's going to be exposed. I like little envelopes like this. In fact, I wouldn't mind just keeping something like this if somebody sent it to me, if they had put like a little Velcro on there and use it as a little, you know, a little pouch just to put maybe coupons or something in there. Because it's got that feel of, it really feels like kind of like material, like a vinyl. Let's see, where's my... Oh, my little granddaughter, she plays the violin so beautiful. And I so wanted to go to one of her concerts this year. And doesn't look like we're going to be able to. School's out, so hopefully she'll play next year and be able to go. She's doing so well. It's amazing. I never in a million years would have pictured her playing the violin. It just like blew me away when I found out that's what she chose to do. I was shocked. It really was. I pictured her more of sporty, kind of athletic. And she's artsy and she loves art. Her mama does. Her stepdad does. And then her nana, which is me. And then her other nana does paper crafting as well, so she got it from all ends. She's really good. I just love my Brookie. It's like all of our little girls. Well, we've got 2 granddaughters and then our little girl. And then, of course, our older 2. But the little ones, they're all into some kind of art. Which is really nice. They come over here and I tell them, okay, there's the craft room. Just make sure you pick up after yourself. Wish my oldest granddaughter would get to come more often and use the art room. I really would like her to feel free in here and just free-spirited. She's so free-spirited and she needs to just let it go and just be. She came in here and she just doodled for a little while, but I wish she would have had a couple hours just to sit in here. I would have loved to have seen what she would have come up with. It's always so neat to watch your grandchildren do something that you love to do. Not that we live through them, because we don't. Everybody's their own person, and we shouldn't. We should never want to live through our children or our grandchildren. They should have their own choices in life and be who they are. I don't believe that we should ever try and make them be who they're not. I've never been a fan of that, and I don't think I ever will be. I think we're each individually made, and we should be our individual person. Everybody's different, but I'm really glad that she is artsy. So, I'm just about done with this one, I think. Got any stray pieces here. And then I can put some dry adhesive and close this up so you can see what it looks like. And we'll be done for the morning. Really make sure that I got all my edges the way that I'm happy with them. Don't stop until you're happy. That's the key. If you're not happy with it, don't finish it until you are. Don't close it up. You'll be sorry. I've done that before and I've regretted it. Like, oh man, if only I would have, yeah. This would even be nice if you wanted to do this as the outside and then you would do your address to and from. But I really like it this way. And so that's the way it's going to be. So let me make sure I've got my dirty fingers covering up my little ink blocks here. And I'll just move this over so I don't have to have you all watching me put everything up and away. So where's my lid to my PVA? This blue one I'll do on on my own. I just really wanted to get something done this morning so that I can just have a fresh mind and prepare myself for my little granddaughter and my little grandson that's coming. And not that I need to prepare myself mentally, but because I just wanted, you know, just refresh, regroup, reground myself, not have a lot on my mind when they get here, so I can devote some quality time to them. Kind of clean that up. Okay, and I'm going to be taking out, let's see what size we need here. Now you can, like I said, you can use wet glue or you can use dry glue or dry adhesive. This is really a really good adhesive. It's definitely too wide. That's a ½ inch. ¼ inch, a little too thin. So this is also a ½ inch, but that's easier to manipulate. This is a tearaway. Easier to manipulate than the red tape. Reason being is because it's a little thicker and this one's thinner, so you can just kind of roll it on over to the other side. Shouldn't be touching it quite that much. Just go around and trim that off. It'll actually fit on there pretty good. I don't have to trim too much off. Don't want that sticking on there. Take my bone folder and give it a good press. Make sure it's on there. On there, and it ain't coming off. Use my pokey tool. Cross my fingers. One side at a time. Make sure we're getting even in there. Perfect. I love it. I love this little pouch. And it's got space to, like I said, So it's got quite a bit of space in there. And now the finishing touches. And I like how it's got that extra space because I can put a thick envelope in, you know, put a nice, good sized letter. And I write letters. I mean, I write letter. I don't write a 2 or 3 page letter when I write a letter. I'm embarrassed to see how many pages I put. But look how cute that is. Isn't that just so stinking cute? I could even put a red little button there. I have some really cute little buttons. You can glue down a button. That would look really cute. Let's see what we got without knocking everything over. Cute little heart. Something that's going to stand out against this. Let's see. This would be really cute. That's too small though. I want a nice big something something. Big red button would be cute. I don't know if I have a big red button. There's a pink one. I really want a red one though. That pink's cute. Kind of blends in too much. What about a bright green? Do I have a bright green? A cute little bird in there. I have greens, but they're not bright. I don't see a big red button. Orange. I love buttons ever since I was a young girl. My grandma and my mom, they were seamstresses and they used to collect buttons, and oh, I loved looking at buttons. And I still do. That's what an orange one would look like. That orange is really pretty. That's really pretty. But I still want a red one. See, that just blends in too much for me. I mean, look, I think. Red, pink. I want a red. Orange and pink. I don't have a red. Let me see. I wonder if my little girl has a red one that I can snag from her. Let me see. I have another jar here. Oh. No. You know, you can always, too, if I had more of this napkin, I could have always put a flower, or if I have an orange or a red napkin, you know what? What do you think? That's cute, isn't it? It's really cute. I like that. So that would be just a lace piece. That would just be for show, of course. And then I could put a Velcro. I could even sew a piece of Velcro on there. Be too late now for this. Well, maybe not. My pressure foot might fit into there. But if this is going in the mail, they'll charge me extra just because this button is on there. It won't fit through the machine. That's okay. Green. Either way, it doesn't matter. So I really like this. But this has a bad, the leaf is not the leaf, the petal's kind of messed up on that one. Let's see if I can clip off. Or if I have one that's already clipped off. Something a little bit different. This would even look cute. That's cute. That's cute. I could change that button. I can put this red little heart there. That's cute too. There's just many options. A butterfly. Butterfly might be cute. I'd be getting my red in there. And a butterfly with the florals. That's cute. What is this? Could always paint one red. Heart. Maybe that's just going to be a little much. I really am liking this thing here. So I'm going to clip me off. Let's make sure that I don't have one already clipped, because I do have a few different options here. In this basket. That might also look pretty. It's too big. A word. No, be too much. Too much. White. Nope. I have these in red. I wonder how that would look. I'm going to clip a couple off. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip a couple. There's that pretty little red one. That could go with a center button. Let's see. Honestly, ladies, I don't think this is going to be going in the mail like on its own. I think this is going to end up going in the mail inside of a, this is really turning out to be cute, inside of a little gift thingy, like an extra. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clip off a better one of these. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a minute. Why I'm wanting to clip one off is because when that one got clipped off, my little girl loves to clip these things, so sometimes she just clips away. But here is a full one. Let's see the difference. It has these little dangles. Now that is cute. So that's what I'm going to do. Now I need, I'm just going to scoop all this over. You have to watch me putting all this away. And get my hot glue gun. Well, for camera's sake, I will use a glue dot just so you can see. How it's gonna look. I think it looks so adorable. So there we have it. A little envelope pouch. Open it up. Cute little pouch inside. back side. You can put your label here too. Back here, if you wanted to, you can put a little tiny from, or if you wanted to just use it as a giveaway, then you can do that as well. So there's my share project for the day. I hope you all enjoyed it and look forward to many more share projects with you all. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Share it where you can, far and wide.